Okay.
Yay.
They added some new elements on my side, so I'm hoping everything's kosher.
I'm glad you're tech savvy with this kind of stuff.
I had to worry. Well, it's
Put it
like
in my hands, I'd be like, I don't know what I do.
I'm just excited. I hope we get okay. We're getting some takers, I
Okay,
believe.
I need to turn my comments on.
Okay, here we go. I'm like, and I have my dogs in here so they don't, if they act bad, I'll get them out. But if I leave them, you get it.
You know how I am about dogs. I don't care.
I know.
They can bark the whole time.
I'm just thrilled to be here with you, Miss Mandy. And
I always miss the months that we don't do this.
Me too. Me too. So happy New Year. Happy 2025.
2025.
I am really excited.
I'm doing nothing but positive thoughts for this year. I just have a feeling. I did not have this feeling last year. I mean, I didn't have a feeling that it was going to be like a crap year. I just didn't have a super optimistic outlook, and I do for 2025. So
Hi, Tanya. Yes, I feel very, despite the burning up of LA and my worries and like everything that's like, it started off kind of shaky. But besides that, I'm saying I'm feeling optimistic. So I'm excited. Okay, so do you want to tell our theme or we can just
Well, I got a comment on one of my videos and I can't remember, so forgive me.
I know
who it was. Do you remember? Because I know I sent you the screenshot.
I know.
Asking for our live to be our top 10 favorite, most worn scents of 2024. And then to end the video with our number one, like most loved scent, not necessarily that came out in 2024, because that's not my list anyways. I don't think it's yours either. It was just the ones that we reached for the most and why. And I know we don't normally talk about 10 perfumes each, so we may have to be a little quick for each of these. We'll try not to be long-winded. At least I will try not to be.
I will try as well.
But I did narrow it down, and she did narrow it down to 10, and I easily knew what my number one was going to be. Like, didn't even have to think twice about it. So,
and I also included some 2024 releases that were worn.
Yeah.
Like, but then I have a few, like, I was kind of like, you know, I have a few that are just like tried and true. And I think you do too, that are kind of most worn. Like when you said that, like, what do you reach for? Some of these are just like, you know, grab and goes on days when in doubt. These are what I wear. And so I included those. So
I think only 3 of mine actually came out in 2024.
Oh, good. Okay. Because I was like, when we started doing that, I was like, I like, but I'm not like, if we want to.
I just picked the ones that I reached for hands down the most out of all the other ones, even if I got them in December. Okay. Because there's, there's one of these, 2 of these that I got late November, early December. But I just love them so much. I can't get them off my mind. So they're in this video.
And I'm going to tell you, yes, I got a really special. I have like 2 of them, I think, from just, and I got one. So, but it's a true love. Like I wanted it. I had been having it on the brain. So I'm beyond thrilled.
Yay. You want to start?
You want to kick? Okay. I'll kick off.
You start. Yeah.
Okay. I'm starting with a 2024 release that I hands down fell in love with. And that is Chanel COMÈTE.
Yes.
And this was like, it was kind of dicey. I was like all excited that they'd launched another one from their Les Exclusifs line. But luckily this was like right up my alley. If you have not smelled it, it is a cherry blossom, aldehyde, iris, heliotrope musk scent. But if cherry blossom kind of makes you go, oh, do not worry. Like I literally I don't smell the cherry blossom.
I don't either. Like when I think of cherry blossom, I think of like Sakura.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and it's not, COMÈTE does not smell like Sakura to me. In fact, when I asked my SA to send a sample with one of my orders, and I
Mhm.
immediately texted you and I was like, I get Guerlain insolence.
Yes.
Very, very, like that's the first thing that I thought of when I smelled that perfume.
And I think this is like, it's powdery, musky, definitely signature scent worthy. And I had gotten it and then taken it down to New Orleans on a trip, which was much more humid than where I live.
Yeah.
And then
I
I have
bet
to
it stood
tell you,
out good in that.
it was, it smelled so like the powder made me feel fresh despite being in the humidity and
Right.
all of that. And so I just kind of have like a little memory too. Like it's going to remind me of that trip because I just got it and I really do. I love it. And this is something that I reach for. You know, it's very feminine, I would say, very,
Oh, yeah.
very pretty scent. And I don't know, it just works with my chemistry. I love it.
It's very,
Okay.
I do really like that one. Okay. So I'm going to start out with the only floral in my lineup. Well, maybe one of them has a little bit more floral, but if you happen to be new to our lives or new to us in perfume in general, I tend to not gravitate towards the florals. I like the deeper, more, I don't know. What I like.
She's like my little booze hound.
Yeah.
I'm your little floral girl.
Yeah.
I was going to say a bad word, but then I was like, we're live.
Yeah.
I'm
So
your floral bee.
this one's kind of a mix in between the two. It's not overly floral, but it is in the name. And I'm going to put up my picture so I can kind of talk about the notes. This is a 2024 release. It's from one of my top 3 houses of all time. And it's the Tuberose Astral from Maison Finelli.
Justina.
I love this line so much.
Yes.
The only one I don't have from the red EXTRAIT line, the red EXTRAIT, because they have blues and they have a green.
Yes.
Because I do have the Oud Cadenza, I have that, the purple one, is Hibiscus Mahajad. And I think I might be the only one on the planet that doesn't love that one.
Yes. I
got gummy bears from that. I think I think my nose just couldn't handle it. This one is a spicy tuberose. Yep. It is cinnamon and tuberose in the best way ever. It is not indolic. It's not like a dirty tuberose. It's not, I don't know. It's a spicy tuberose. I don't know how else to say it. Quentin Biche did that. I was telling Abby beforehand. I'm surprised like 7 out of 10 in these aren't his, because he is like my perfumer. He's my favorite, and pretty much everything he does I love, and this is no exception. Definitely my favorite floral of the year.
I was gonna say that's such a good Mandy floral, like, you know what I mean, like you said, because it's not I don't know, like it's not overly,
it's not like in your face floral. It's not even in your face tuberose. It's definitely tuberose, but it's such a different I don't have anything like it in my vast tuberose collection, because I do love tuberose.
It's the most unique tuberose.
So good.
Oh, okay. You need one that lasts. Hi, Justina. Thank you.
I feel like Tom Ford doesn't last, period. Like the Lost Cherry lasts the longest. He's my perfume boyfriend. Well, we might have to fight over him. I'm just going to say.
Yeah. I think
I love him so much, and I love his creations.
I was going to say, I think a lot of people are fanboy. You know, like there's a lot of us.
He just knows how to make a perfume that I'm going to like.
I love it. Okay. I'm going to go with one that we both fell in love with the brand.
Okay.
Okay. And I do kind of consider this like new, or at least, I don't know. We both went to a webinar.
Yes.
Yeah. Andrea Mack.
Yep.
And this is a surprise hit for me. This is called Zing. And in general, I'm not somebody who like totally gravitates towards citrus scents, I would say. But this is so amazing. Like, okay, first of all, she's Icelandic, just very cool. Don't you think she's like cool?
She's so cool.
Like,
and if I ever go to, well, not if, when I go to Iceland,
when
on that live, she was like, just message me. We can meet up. And I'm like, I'm going to take you up on that. You just
I know, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, so she's like this cool woman and chic. And so, get that going on. You can kind of tell by her designs here. So this one is described as cold pressed juice in a perfume, and I'm somebody who loves cold pressed juice. But this one is mandarin, tangerine. It's got carrot, ginger, musk, creamy sandalwood, and patchouli. So I know the citrus might be kind of like for you.
I've smelled this one.
Oh, okay. The dry down of this though not reminds me, but has that kind of ingenious ginger. Do you know that?
Love ingenious. Yes.
Okay.
Love that.
So if you like that, and then you kind of want a cool factor or even like a little edge. And I love that when you first smell this, the mandarin and the orange in here, like it's very invigorating. Like I keep on thinking of going into the Icelandic, those plunging.
Yep, the pools of water,
like just that, and like health and wellness, but you're just wearing it makes you feel good. It's like literally a must. I think you should definitely get your nose on it. So what was your thoughts when I don't think it's like necessarily a you scent, but I love it.
If you like citrus, you're gonna love it. I don't love citrus, so
yes.
It's not my favorite fragrance, but I can appreciate a good scent despite not liking it personally, and it definitely is, as I think all of hers are.
Yes.
And if you are a citrus lover, it is definitely one to get your nose on.
I love it. I love it.
Yes. Okay. So we're going to just stay on that train because I have one from her line as well. And I posted about this on my IG stories the other day because I decided to wear it. And I have been wearing it ever since I got it. And this is also a 2024 release, and it's Jest. So I got, what did I get? I think I got like a 10 mil. No, I got a 5 mil from one of the Facebook groups I'm in, like a decaf when this first launched, because the notes spoke to me because it has some of my favorite notes. It's got cardamom, it has rum, it has chocolate, it has heliotrope and vanilla and musk. And I was like, that sounds right up my alley. Send me a decant. And I immediately fell in love. And when the decant went away, I could not stop thinking about it. I just couldn't. Like I was like,
you need to buy it.
I wish I knew I loved Andrew Mack. I have Pavilion and love Pavilion, and I just couldn't not get the full bottle. So I purchased the full bottle, and I've been wearing it out ever since I got it. It is probably the most, I feel like, gourmand out of her line, but it's not sickly sweet. It's not, it doesn't even really smell that gourmand, but it's that rum and the chocolate, but the cardamom is really evident. It does have ambroxan in it. Doesn't really stand out. You've smelled this, haven't you?
Yeah, love it.
I mean, how would you, it's got a little bit of a iciness to it too.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting like which I feel like all of hers do, maybe just because
I feel like
where she's from, and and the cold, it's just got a little bit of like bite to it. A little bit.
And I think that there's a bite in this one. I think all of them, you're right.
All
there's
of them have that in a different way.
Yes.
But this one is just, it's so good. It lasts forever. This is an EXTRAIT perfume. I feel like all of hers maybe are, but Pavilion lasts forever on me. This one lasts forever on me. And it just smells so good. It's one of the only, I think maybe only one other that I got a decant of this year that I couldn't stop thinking of, and I had to purchase a full bottle. And this is definitely number one on that list.
And I laughed because she kept on saying, "Oh," I kept on like, I didn't. Finally, it's like, you just have to buy it.
And I was like,
because it's on the.
Right.
Something's on your brain. Like I think that if a lot of you here today, it seems like, are also fellow perfume junkies, but if something sticks with you and you keep on thinking about it, I always feel like that's a good sign.
Yep. Like, it was, and I love it no less when I got the full bottle than I did when I was running through my decant. It probably shines most in cold weather, but I'm going to wear it year round.
Yes.
I did. When I had my decan, it was hot outside and I wore it and loved it.
Okay. I love it. I'm trying to see what I should play off of that. Okay. I think I'm going to go with interesting. Okay. So I have completely fallen in love with the brand House of Beau. And this one is Bon.
I always just want to say bonbon.
But it's BOM and then BON.
Okay.
Bon. Okay. Besides the gorgeous little bottles and caps and all of this, but the thing is, like, this is like, to me, true art from, again, like the bottle design, everything is hand carved, like just small batch. Like I really like, I listened to a whole podcast with them and I just kind of fell in love with, you can know how you get the stories behind it all. This is a tuberose scent. But this is their kind of take on a floral gourmand scent. It is one of the most interesting kind of floral scents that I have, but it's sexy. It is unique. This is like, ever since I put this on, like, this is going to garner compliments. I think a lot of women will, it's like one of those that actually, like, you'll get it from both, but this is one where people are going to be like, what are you wearing? Because it has that kind of wow factor. And the notes in here, it's a lily of the valley, lychee, saffron. So think of, see, there's like that, bergamot, pink pepper, and then it's got marshmallow and some caramel, birch, the woodiness, and then it's got cognac. And that's why I was like, this is one I think Mandy would actually, I want you to, because
Tuberose, cognac.
Yeah. And you guys, it's just, it is literally stunning. It was one of these that, I literally had one of those, like, smelled at my eyeballs when we were buying some Black Friday perfume, and I thought Mandy had said, get the, I said, oh, I want 3 of them. And then I thought
which they'll understand when I talk about my next one a little bit more. I think it was hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. And I was going to say, yes, she just said she got the Casablanca, which, Mandy, this is a segue to you.
Okay. So, which is, we were cracking up right before we got on, because when Abby, your hair is a hit.
Oh my,
loves your hair.
Can you tell I went to the, you will never get to see it this way again, because, he styled.
Oh, somebody. Yeah, that's great. Let me see. What was I saying? Okay. The reason we were laughing before this is because we talked about getting the 3 sample set from the House of Beau website, because a friend of mine texted me and told me about it. I was looking at it. I texted Abby and told her about it. And she ended up getting 3 of the full size. And she was like, I thought that's what you told me to do. But they cut that you can get little bottles like this. And I think each one is 10 mil. I'm pretty sure each one's 10 mil. Just good size. And you can choose which 3 you're getting. So Casablanca is my favorite out of the 3 that I tried. And this is, it's so good. It's really hard to explain. Stephanie, you said you got Casablanca too, so maybe you can help me explain this. It says our aromatic fruity fragrance, because it does have fig in it, but it also has white tea and mineral notes. Whatever Capal is, I can't even tell what I don't have my glasses on, so I can't. It looks like some kind of ambery mineral. I've never seen that. Tobacco oud. Oh my goodness. It just smells so good. How do you explain this? I feel like I get the white, the tea, and the mineral notes.
Well, it was funny because I told Mandy, I was like, I want something that's like your white t-shirt, jean scent, but like clean, but not a some musk, like not cleany, you know, I wanted a cleanish fragrance, but something, and then you were like, get this. And that's why I thought you told me to get these. So
I think it's hilarious.
anyways,
it worked out, you know.
I'm happy as a clam. So I was like, thank you for the nudge, woman.
But this is definitely, I feel this and one other one I talk about is very white t-shirt. It's just very like,
it's perfection.
Chill, like laid back, but still smells really good. Lasts forever. These do really last a lot. The other two that I got last a long time too. Love it. Really like it. And once I get through it, I'll probably get a full bottle, but I am going to go back and get the 3 set again, try some other ones and make sure that Bonbon is in it because the
I feel like
I don't know why I did not include that in the first one.
I thought that for sure you did. So that's why I was like, I'm surprised you didn't. I feel like I kind of have a good feeling on it. So
I think I'm going to like it. Sure.
We're going to stay on House of Beau for a minute because literally I'm obsessed and I love like the layering of them. I literally love so many of them. So since I'm more of the floral girl, I actually do love rose scents myself and Rosario.
I love the cap. It's so pretty.
Well, number one, the pink was screaming my name, but I actually do enjoy rose scents. But this is a very beautiful, dewy, sheer, kind of like pretty. Like if you want to feel pretty, but maybe you're like, this is not this deep, jammy rose. It's kind of this sheer, ethereal, dewy rose, but then it also's got, I love peony, so I love that note in fragrances, but it's got a teeny touch of incense in here, so it is going to, it's very balanced. Okay, Deborah's good, she loves it too.
She's the one that told me to do the 3.
Oh, okay.
She's the one that texted me and told me to do the 3 things.
And Deborah, then you told me, then she told me to get the 3 full
size. Just spend all your money, Abby. You're good.
And then it's got some ambergris and woodiness in here. And so I just think for people who may not like, you do need to like rose, but this is not, I just keep on coming back to like this kind of sheer dewiness. It's fresh. It's a very fresh, sheer rose, and it's really gorgeous layered. I think they said to layer it with Agua de Santos, which I love, which is more of a citrusy, or maybe it's the Espired 2. I feel like makes every perfume. I love that one. Like I have so many from that house that I just like literally go gaga over. And anyways, this is your Pretty Girl rose scent. I wanted to include a rose in my thing, but this one I love.
I probably won't be smelling that one, but it does sound like a very Abby scent.
There we go. Good.
I love the cap. The cap is so pretty. I need the one with the green cap, that Verde one you were talking about.
You need this one. This is the pot one. This is the cannabis one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Tea and fig. I do. The tea really stands out to me, and I do smell the fig, but I just feel like the tea is the main contender, and it's like an elevated, much better white tea.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of give me the same vibe, but Casablanca is way better. Not the white tea fragrance, not white tea. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. What am I talking about next? I'm gonna talk about another one that I got a sample of and could not stop thinking about it and bought the full size. And this was from another live that Abby and I did where we talked about the Ormonde Jayne Discovery set. And
that's what I was like, we're going to go from here to there. I knew it.
When we did that Discovery set and we were, preparing for the video and smelling through it, I texted Abby and I'm like, yep, I know my favorite, 100%. Know it. No questions asked. I want to see if you can get it. And she did not get it, but it became one of her favorites too. She really likes it.
I love it.
And it is by Zance. So I bought the bottle because I just, again, could not stop thinking about it. This is probably the most unique Ormonde Jayne I've ever smelled. Like, I
Mhm.
would not have smelled this and been like, oh, that's an Ormonde Jayne, because
Yeah.
so many of them have that like DNA in it, you
Yep.
know? I would never have guessed that with this one. It has cannabis in it too.
Yep.
But it also has milk, which sounds gross, but you know, it gives that lactonic. Pink pepper, woody, iris, resins, vanilla, suede. I don't smell any one of those. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not, it's not like the Casablanca where I'm like, I really get the tea.
Yes.
I don't smell any one of
It's
those.
so smooth.
It is very smooth. It does have that milkiness, and I can definitely tell that the cassis is in there, but it's not like, oh wow, this is it is unlike any other Ormonde Jayne. And I again could not stop thinking about it. I love it. I love the way it smells on my skin. It smells even better on my skin than it does on paper.
Mhm.
It's one I did not even, until I got the discovery set, I had never even heard of it. As much as I love Ormonde Jayne, I had never heard of this scent. And I can't remember, Abby and I were lucky enough to be able to do a joint Zoom with Linda, the owner of Ormonde Jayne. And we were talking about this a lot. I can't remember exactly what she said the like origins of it were, but we were just like, we just can't get enough of this scent.
We were,
I told her, like, I had to buy it.
That was so much fun.
It was so much fun. I wanted to talk to her all day. She's so cool. But just one to get your nose on, because again, it's
literally
so hard to explain.
It made your I was like, oh my gosh, my eyeballs are rolling back in my head. It smells so good.
That's the third time someone's mentioned Bisons. That is hilarious, because before I had smelled this, I had never even heard of it.
Yeah, it wasn't like a buzzy scent.
No.
I think that's what she was saying. It was sort of this low,
it's on the back burner.
Yeah.
It kind of doesn't get noticed as much. But I think, yeah, Stephanie, that is your sign to get your nose on this, because it is so good. It's so good.
That's so funny. I was like, what are we going to next? And I was putting my hands on these bottles. Okay, so I think it's safe to say that we both love Ormonde Jayne scents.
100%.
I literally, there's that her DNA in there. There's something I just love. It really works well to come. And I was trying to decide, because we both love Ormonde Woman. So when I think about most worn, this is one of these scents that, when in doubt, I will. This has literally been a repeat purchase. I got like the little, but it's not little, but the travel size. Yeah. And then had to get, this is my Boss Babe.
It's the everyday don't know what to wear, want to smell special, because it does smell special.
Yep. What is it? Has hemlock, and it's the best.
So good.
But this is a Mandy made me get it scent, and this is Bukhara. And she was like, literally like, Abby, like, hello, you're gonna love this. I would describe it, would you say it's kind of a fruity floral, but
I get a lot of peach out of it. I think there's peach in it. I love peach. If I'm not huge on fruit, but if there's going to be a fruit, I love peach.
Yeah, this one though. Okay, so don't get turned off if you're not really a fruity person, because there is this warmth in here. This has tuberose in here too. Peach, black currant, jasmine, vanilla, sandalwood, oud. So I think of this as more of a woody floral, which I'm realizing when I was going through my picks of the ones that I wear, like, I think that's my like genre a little bit. Like, I love my vanillas. I do like Gourmand, but this year seemed to be, I have a lot of like those kind of woody florals in here. But this one is, I feel like it's special. It just makes, I don't know. It's so
good.
It's so good. So
I remember, go ahead.
No. I was just going to say, I think that little peach note, it like sometimes with peach that can make people like, ugh,
it's not a sickly fruit, because I don't like a big fruity like scent.
So good.
I got a decan of that from one of my Facebook groups, and I went through it real quick, couldn't stop thinking about it, and then realized it was like one of their, they often do like exclusives, right? For certain retailers, typically in the UK and Europe. And this was one of those where it was an exclusive to a retailer. When I looked at maybe it wasn't even maybe it wasn't a retail. It was like a hotel or something. It was very different.
You had to go get it.
I emailed them. I love that scent so much that I emailed them and I was like, can I please buy one from you?
Yes.
Will you please mail it to me? I'll pay shipping. They were so nice. They were like, of course, we'll send you an invoice. We'll, if you don't mind paying for shipping. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. And they sent me that bottle. Need it. It's like, it was so, so good. So that started my love of Ormonde Jayne as a company because of how easy they made that transaction and how nice they were, because that was before they had ever sent me anything. That was, I knew I already loved and had Ormonde Woman. And, I knew I loved their scents, but their company is just top notch.
And I got to see her live here in Portland. And she's the coolest. Number one, she's like teeny, like little, like, but she's like a firecracker. Like, I love it. Like, obviously. Ooh, I want to, Pesh Mirage. So is anybody, I want to smell that so bad. But I'm scared because I think, what if I like it and it's the expensive?
I'm scared because I didn't like Patchouli Paris.
Oh, that's right. And I thought for sure you were gonna love it.
I know.
Ooh, okay. Radiant
Mirage.
We need to like
write that down.
Yeah,
what does that smell like?
We're both like, this is new to us.
Look, I'm like, I'm gonna write it down. I have no idea what it smells like, but I'm gonna write it down.
By the way, we love it when you all share your loves, because we literally write them down and go get our nose on it afterwards. Yes. So interact
100%.
Okay. Your turn.
My turn. I'm going to go with, so after I sprayed all these, I like to spray them probably about like an hour before we come on camera so they have a time to dry down. So about 25 minutes after I sprayed them, Chad's grilling and I was like, come in here and smell all these and tell me which one your favorite is.
Ooh.
Because I always like to know what his, thoughts are, because a lot of times we have very differing opinions on scents. And this was his favorite out of all 10 that he smelled. And it is new to me this year, but not new. It's from Commodity, and it is the Gold Bold version.
I love it.
It is like a patchouli lover's dream. Yeah. It is like a refined, sophisticated, really, really, really yummy smelling patchouli. I don't know why I'm smelling the bottle. I sprayed it. And he kept going back to this and he was like, yep, this is my favorite.
I love that.
It's so good. And every time I wear it, I'm like, why am I not wearing this more? Because there's nothing I don't like about it. Nothing. Yeah. It has amber, vanilla, sandalwood, vanilla, again, ISOE super, saffron, patchouli, and nutmeg. And I think it's the addition of that nutmeg. But then I get the little sharp brightness of the saffron too.
Ooh, it's
my goodness. But it's like a cozy, but it's so good. You have to have patchouli. You do. It's not, it's not like what I would consider the only thing you can smell. Like some of the perfumes I have, all you can smell is patchouli. I don't feel like that. This one's like that. Do you?
I don't think so. But that nutmeg is like, it makes it warm and cozy. Yeah.
And so good. This could definitely be amazing on a guy or a girl. Like, it's very, very unisex. Very, very good. Like, they sent me the the whole discovery set or whatever.
Yes.
So I smelled all of them. And this was definitely my favorite. And it was Chad's favorite too, which sometimes I like to mess with him and be like, I know he said he loved this. Smell it again and tell me whether or not you like it, to see. Because sometimes he's like, no, I don't like it anymore. And he still picked this one as his favorite because it smells that good.
That is awesome. Okay. I guess she's making me laugh because she still loves Velvet Haze from many years ago. That was my signature scent from so long ago. So I actually included a Byredo. I still love Velvet Haze, and that's my patchouli. Have you smelled that one?
Velvet Haze, a long time ago. I remember I went to a counter and smelled all of them and remembered my favorite was the, is it Bibliotech?
Yeah.
That was my favorite. But I do remember liking it.
Okay, so since you brought up Byredo, this is not a 2024 scent, but we were also saying scents that are sort of like what, the person said, what your most worn are. And I was laughing because in my bathroom, I literally have the shower gel, I have the lotion, and I have Ball to Freak. Again, this is a woody floral freshie, and this is sort of my like when you just want to smell good, maybe not too complicated, but you just have those days where you want to smell fresh and pretty. I don't know. I still absolutely love this scent so much. And then I was telling Mandy before before the live that my kids and everybody were having La Labo moments. And so it's really into mixing things and making things, like extra oomph. And I put another 13 with Ball to Freak because the thing about this is that people say that they don't last. And that's thus the reason I have all the accoutrements with the with the shower gel and lotion. But I did that, and you guys, that is gonna like amp this fragrance up, make it last. And I don't know if you're a fan of this. This is just a really good go-to everyday scent, and I still love it. I think this was not my first. I was going to say my first niche. I think it might have been maybe Mojave Ghost, or maybe it was what's the other one? Gypsy Water. I don't know. Anyways, those were like my favorite, like my first little getting into them. So I still absolutely love this. And again, it kind of realizing this year I really loved woody florals.
Yeah. She's saying her favorite is Vanille Antique, and that one smells so good.
That's so good.
It smells really good. And then I was also asked if I have tried the Juice Box 54 because I like patchouli. So I thought you might like it. And yes, I have a decant of it, and I do like it. It is very patchouli. It is very Mandy. I do really like this one. And I love the Juice Box bottles. I just think they're so cool with like the record on the top.
They're cute.
I love them so much. Okay. How many more do you have? 3 or 4? 3?
1, 2. I have 3.
Okay. I have 4. So I'll be quick on this one. This is one of the ones that I got in late November. It's only a decant, but I think I texted Abby about it 20 times. It is just so expensive. So I haven't bitten the bullet.
Oh,
it is so good. And I love the bottle. It's from Atelier de Ormonde.
You need it.
It's the Coco Kimia, which is, I mean, I'm almost out of my decant. The new extraits that they just came out with. And I don't know about the other one, but I think they're just like 2 or 3 notes each. Hey, Angela. And this one, the 2 notes are cardamom and chocolate. I mean, yes. It's just so good. Chad loves this one too. He didn't pick it as his favorite out of the 10, but every time I wear it, he comments on it.
Okay, so wait, if he had said it was the favorite, would have you run out and got the bottle? No. Would have that been the nudge?
I don't know, because here's why. Because my favorite, my top number 1, I need to buy.
Okay.
And I think about that one more than I think about this one. But this is in my top 3 of need to purchase full bottles because it's on my mind so much. It smells so good. It really is more of a cold weather scent. I don't envision myself wearing this in the hot. But it's the cardamom, I think. It's like a sweet cardamom. And I love cardamom. It's one of my favorite notes of all time. And that's what this is. And it's an extrait. It lasts forever.
I feel like you need it. I know I'm an enabler, but since we talk a lot about perfume, I know when there's like this true deep.
Yeah, because I don't shut up about it. I tell you about it every other day.
I was like, you just need to get it.
I told you about this one, Abby. Abby, did I tell you about this one? Did I tell you how much I love this one? She's like, shut up and buy the perfume. Okay.
I never am like that. I'm just like, you need it, and we need to go for that.
It is so good.
Okay. I have the next one I have is a 2024 release. I love it. This is Victoria Beckham.
Love
This
that
is
bottle.
2150 Reverie. This is an amber, woody, vanilla, cedar, tonka scent. Guess what? Those notes I love. And I'd have to say though, I love this is a dark green, forest
Love that bottle.
green. The bottle's amazing. But it's a very good unisex, like all fragrances unisex, but I would say I'm somebody who probably gravitates towards more feminine leaning fragrances. I love this because it's a little bit drier, I would say. It's not a sweet vanilla. So for those people that are, did you feel like it was?
No, it's very unisex
Oh,
in my opinion. And the first thing that I thought of when I smelled it was Parfums de Marly, Altair. I don't
oh
know that
yes.
very much like took me to that scent, which is very unisex.
Oh,
Oh no.
I don't like that.
Oh, don't
Sorry.
tell me that.
I know. I was like, I think I'm
That
through
is
that.
so sad.
She's going through menopause and perfume doesn't smell on me anymore, even my tried and trues. I feel like you're going to come out the other
I
side.
hope so.
And
please keep us updated on that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but we're glad that you came to watch.
Yes.
Okay, but anyways, I think this was a great release and I really like, I mean, like, I'm really glad it was not one of those that I was like, oh, I would, I actually tried, I sampled it before I bought. I did not, and I really love it. So mentioning that one.
Well, and honestly, if you order anything from Victoria Beckham, you can almost always add a perfume sample. So if you want to smell it, just do, and you're making an order anyways, then you can just do that.
Did you get the new eyeliner?
It might be in my cart.
I ordered.
I can't stop using the green Chanel one, the new green Chanel one.
Oh, I love that one too. Sorry, sidebar here,
Love
but
it so much.
the denim eyeliner from.
Yes, I saw it and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get it. I mean, her eyeliners are my favorite.
Those are the best, but I love that color.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, please.
Yeah, I have a blue one, but it's more like it's not that color. It's not like a denim blue. I don't have anything like that. It's very pretty.
I'm kind of liking this year's themes of makeup so far.
My wallet isn't, but I am. Same with the perfume. Oh my goodness. Okay. What am I talking about next? I feel like I've maybe had too many.
Oh, no. I actually have 3.
3 left. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk real fast, especially about this one, because I've talked about it before. And this is from Born to Stand Out.
Oh, yeah.
And it is the Sugar Addict. So there's a couple reasons I like this one. Because it's not what you would think. It doesn't smell like cotton candy. It's not like, super young or anything like that. It is sweet. I mean, it's Sugar Addict. But it even says on the bottle, fragrance sweetener. So you can use it by itself or you can layer it with other fragrances to sweeten them up, which I have long since done with my Keys Marshmallow. I've talked about that endlessly. And I use this in the same way. So I will use it by itself, but I also love mixing it with floral perfumes. If I have like a stronger floral, my favorite is French flower.
I was just going to say, I was like, have you tried any French flower?
I love adding a sweetened scent with that. Layering them makes it like, it's my favorite, probably favorite floral of all time, period. But it just steps it up a notch. So this is really, really good. Again, by itself, if you just want something cozy and a little more sweet, but especially if you like the idea of layering perfumes, which I have grown to love doing, but also have some that you're like, maybe I don't wear it as much because it's a little too strong for me, or, it's a little too sharp for me. That's when something like this really comes in like handy.
I was just I laughed. I was thinking of French flower when you were saying, I was like, I wonder, because that's your floral and I love it.
Yeah, which is, a straight tuberose. You can't get more tuberose than French flower. And it's just so good, mixed. But even I'm trying to think. I have a couple of rose scents that I much prefer mixing. It takes it from super fresh, which I don't love, to more of like a jammy rose, which I do tend to like. So I feel like it's a good type of thing to have in your collection to be able to play and experiment and layer with things.
And have fun. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going over to in the Gourmand land. This is a 2024
I do
release. This was an instant love for me. It is Inicio Narcotic Delight. And it was funny because this actually is a cherry scent. But when I smelled this initially, I just kind of got this love. Like, number one, these scents are so addictive because of that hedion, or like there's something about like I kind of don't even want to go smell them because there's always going to be one that just grabs me. And I'm like, when you say like on the brain, you know what I mean? And I feel like they really have lasting power. It's amazing. So this has cherry, it has pink and black pepper, cognac, hedion, has a little bit of rose in here, tobacco, vanilla, tonka, cedar, and patchouli. It's gourmand goodness. Like I love this one so much. And I also like it because I feel like it has a little bit of a lift because it has denseness, and do you like this one? I forget.
I do. I really like it. I get almond instead of cherry, but I know they often smell very similar. So that's what my nose gets. It's really nice. I like it a lot.
It's so good. Anyways, this would be like my favorite gourmand from the past year. And yes, I'm so glad you love beige. I almost put that in here as like, you'll see, I'm going to share you, but I was trying to do like one that's like my brainer one that I travel with often. So I'm glad to hear she's fallen in love with Chanel beige. But anyways, love this.
So good. All right, I'll talk about one that I honestly don't even know if it's discontinued or not. I did link it to where you can still get like a 10 ml decant from like one of those scent split websites. It doesn't say discontinued. It just says out of stock. And it came like 4 years ago. So I'm like, why discontinue something? However, 2024 was the year of myrrh for me.
Yes.
I just fell in love with that note. I wanted all the myrrh I could get. I couldn't stop smelling things with myrrh. I just loved it. And I've had this one way longer than this past year. And honestly, didn't even remember it had myrrh in it. But this is one of I want to smell like sweet and spicy, and I don't know what I want to wear. I'll always reach for this because it's a no-brainer. I get a ton of compliments on this, probably more than any other one I've talked about. Jimmy Choo Vanilla Love.
Ooh, I love this bottle.
I love the bottle. It's very like vintage looking to me. This is just straight vanilla myrrh to my nose.
Ooh.
A deep, spicy myrrh with a thick vanilla. Not like it's a thick vanilla. It's a syrupy fragrance. Oh man, it smells good.
I'm like, I want to get that little thing and smell this.
It smells so, and again, everywhere, like I think Neiman's has it still on their website. I've seen it. Jimmy Choo has it on their website. It just says out of stock. Okay. So
maybe it's
coming back. But again, if this sounds like it would be good for you, grab one of those 10 mils because you're going to like it. If you like myrrh and you like vanilla, there's no way you're not going to like this. I just can't envision it.
Oh my gosh.
It smells so good. And I mean, I've used quite a bit this year.
That sounds really enveloping.
It is so good. And like I said, out of all the ones I've talked about, this is definitely the one that I get asked about the most. Either, oh, what are you wearing? Or, oh, you smell good.
Yeah.
Either or. It's every single time when I wear this. Clings to your clothes. Oh, it's so good. One of my favorite myrrhs ever.
I'm trying to guess which one's your number one. I thought I had it, but
I told you right before we got on. No, I told you in a text today. You don't remember?
Let me take a peek. Okay, I have two more. Is that what you have? Okay.
I've got two.
Okay. Speaking of, I was laughing because Mandy's always really organized and I'm not. And so I was going through and I was like, when I think about this is like another kind of go-to, kind of like the Byredo, but this is a scent that makes me laugh because I initially, when I tried it, I didn't like it. But now I've become like a little sporty girl. And this is the one that I travel with. And I'm just saying, normally you want to travel with something that's like no brainer. You know, it's going to smell good through lots of different
Scenarios.
temperatures, all that kind of stuff. And it is Aventus for her. Literally, this is the one that it's like almost, I got this. So clearly I wear it. But it is, and you actually like that one, I'm pretty sure. But at first, when I smelled it, had this sort of, I thought it was a sharp masculine. Like I really prefer the Aventus regular for just men or whatever. But this one, I have to say, I still just think it's like a little sporty, fruity, patchouli. Like, I don't know. It dries down really. This is one that I always get complimented on. So I think maybe it's just like go-to scent. I think it smells great. But I literally, when I first got into Creeds, that was like, no way. Like there was a sharpness. I just didn't like it at all.
I think that's why I like it. Because it does have a little bit of that like masculine feel to it at first. And
And so I've gone over to the Mandy side.
She's come to the dark side.
But anyways, no, it's just one that I think if you're looking for one of those scents that you just know what it is, and I don't really get sick of it. That's what I think is interesting. And I always end up, it's like this, I had to grab it out of my little travel bag today because it was stuck in there. And I was like, okay, clearly this is your that one. So wear that a ton. Yeah.
Yes. Love it. I do like that one a lot. It's not my favorite Creed, but I do like it.
It's actually not mine. That's why he's laughing about it. It's not that it wouldn't be.
What is your favorite?
I love Sublime Vanille.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I do love that bottle too.
It's like that's my
I think mine would be Queen of Silk.
Oh, I like that one too. I also had I brought out, what's the orange one? Delphinius. I got one in there because I do really like that, but I didn't reach for it as much as I thought I would. So
good. Okay. Two more. So let's talk about this one before we get to our faves. This is another Quentin Biche special. And this is my green favorite scent of the year. And it is from Essential Perfumes and it's Bois Imperial.
And I just remembered your favorite. Go ahead, honey. Sorry.
This is honestly, the year of 2024 was me learning to appreciate green scents.
Yeah.
Ormonde Woman, it was the greenest up until this year that I liked.
Okay.
I was just like, it just wasn't a thing for me. And then I got a decant. Oh yeah, this smells good. I got a decant of Chanel Edinburgh.
Yes.
Which I was like, oh man, maybe I do like green scents because I really like that one. That's in there. Isn't it like the Eau de Toilette line or whatever? Yeah. So it doesn't last as long, but I loved it. This is better than the Chanel to me, to my nose. And it lasts way longer. It's a perfume and not it's still only 16%. So it's not like the, it's,
I like that brand.
Yeah, Eau de Parfum. So it's not that like heavy, it's not going to last all day, but it's very easy to reapply because it is so light and it is so affordable. I think these 100 mils are like under $100.
Yeah. Yep. And
I have smelled quite a few from this brand. In fact, I have a discovery set. I think I've smelled all of them. I love all of them. I love the vanilla one. But this I think is still, no, I don't think, I know it is my favorite out of all of them. I'm trying to get to the notes. Aki Galliwood. I remember when I talked about this on a video, I'm like, what is Aki Galliwood? And then I was listening to a podcast and I heard another scent that had in it. I'm like, oh my word. Just some kind of wood. I have no idea. Woodsy notes, ambroxan, vetiver, basil, patchouli. It's just this green, woody, makes me feel like I'm outdoors. Scent.
Is it like Portland? Like tree or
Yeah, it's
foresty?
like, yeah, foresty, like, which
Yeah,
I've said a lot of times before, which I've always described Ormonde Woman as. And I
yeah.
think the reason I love it so much is because it gave me that sense of, being outside. And whenever I'm outside in a forest, I'm always with Chad because he's a big outdoorsman. And so because of that, I've always felt safe. And
Yeah.
so when I smell like a green scent that brings me to that, it makes me feel safe. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I like that. I
It's
love the
weird,
description of that. I think that
but that's where these type of fragrances take me. And I've always said that about Ormonde Woman, and this one takes me there too. I love it. So good.
Ooh,
So good.
okay. This is a big special one for me.
Are we at number one?
I think we are, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. This is a scent that I smelled. It was on the brain. And I'm gonna put it out there. It's stupidly expensive, but I literally, if you are a Guerlain friend or fan, oh, this was a Christmas gift. And I'm obsessed. This is the Vanille Planifolia Extrait from Guerlain. If you love Guerlain vanilla, I mean, so I went in, I smelled these. I was in San Francisco. They had a Guerlain counter. I was like, ooh, I can finally smell the extraits. I put it on me, and I was actually going in to smell Paris patchouli for Mandy. And then I laugh because I also love Fève Gourmand. And but this has been on my brain, but I was like, oh my gosh, no, I don't, anyways. This is like the most luxurious vanilla I have ever smelled. It is smooth, it is spicy, it's ambery, it's like dry, so it's not a syrupy. Okay, so it's got this, and these ones are actually meant to, like, you could spray it on and then wear it with another perfume.
The layer.
Oh my gosh, I just have to tell you, this is one you're gonna get like a million compliments on.
Is it one that lasts longer than some of the other Guerlains because it is that extra?
It literally, you do not want to overspray. Like I don't know if you can see, but I'm making a little dent in it. But I'm saying one, like, Mandy, this is not a like 10 thing. You're gonna put like one, maybe two.
Really?
Yeah, like for real, because you don't need to, and it's gonna have this huge scent
cloud of vanilla. I'm trying to pick.
Okay. And you can put it on your clothes, like, you could kind of spray it and kind of walk into, or purposely do that. It's so, I mean, it had been on the brain, so I just put a flyer out there and said, you can just all combine together. I would love this. Love this for if we really want to know what I want for Christmas, this would be it. And I'm just like beyond thrilled, and it is just, this is a little special one. I'm going to cherish it, but I'm just glad that it is what I remembered it. Have you ever tried scents and then you're like, that it doesn't live up to it after you've tried it on? So I was kind of like, this still is that. It's just, I love it. I love Guerlain vanilla. I just think it's so good.
That's what it is. That what it is? Did they take the DNA, the vanilla DNA of Guerlain that is distinctly there in almost all of their scents, and at least all the like original ones, right? And then kind of bottle that.
But it's just teeny. I want to use the word drier.
Okay.
Like, because I love like Angelique Noir.
I was going to say, I feel like that's like a dry vanilla in that one.
And okay, so but just add in, it's got that vanilla. It's like pure. It smells very, very freaking pure is what I can keep on. And it feels very luxe. So I will.
I don't need to smell it. Because you want to know why? Because I don't need to buy
I,
it, and I have a feeling that I'm gonna fall. I would.
I'm pretty sure, like I'm almost like 99.9999 that you're gonna love it because it's amazing.
I haven't heard you talk about a scent like that in a while. Because
That's what I was trying to say is like this. And then we both love Fev Gourmand, but we have the original.
I just wore this the other day. I could not stop smelling myself. Look at how dark it is.
It's the best. So that
smells very similar to Gourmand Coquine.
Yeah. Gourmand, that one, but also then I did smell that in store and I got a bunch of samples of the, newer, the ones.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with it. Like, even though I have the original one, I still think I would totally get, and Dior. Okay. Between the two of them, I feel like the Dior's Delicious is like a powder bomb, whereas Fev Gourmand,
I don't feel like they're anywhere near the same scent.
Yeah. Like that one the other Dior's Fev can really get kind of like, woo. I mean, and it grows.
They don't have that one anymore, do they? Didn't they discontinue that one?
I think they did. That's why I left. I was like, why would they? I feel like they're going to come out again, kind of like Guerlain.
Yeah, and it's going to be twice the price for half the amount.
Lacey, I'm afraid that yes. Or maybe she's talking about Fev. I don't know. Anyways, that is like my little.
So good. I'm so glad you got it.
Because I kept on telling Mandy about it, and she's like, I'm surprised you haven't got it.
I'm
surprised you haven't gotten it. I was like, do you know how much?
Okay.
Are
we down to the last one? Drum roll. I only have a decant of this. I have a 10 ml, and I have one, not even one wear left, but I saved it so that I could spray it on the paper for this, and it is my next full-size bottle.
Yep, both of us.
It is hands down the one that I thought about the most the entire year. I don't remember when this came out. June, maybe like midsummer.
Yeah, because I remember you being like, you were like, you have to get it.
Oh my goodness.
You have to go. Like, remember?
Yes, it is so good. Ormonde Jayne, Vanille des Afriques.
It's so good.
I can't even describe it. It's iris. It has like orris root in it.
Yes.
It has carrot seed, which can smell like orris root.
Yeah.
I have found. But it's still very hard for me to explain. I don't know if I've lost my ability to explain scents or if I'm just picking scents that I can't explain.
I think it's unique.
It's
like, I think that's part of it. You can't nail it down per se, right?
It's got coriander in it, jasmine. I don't smell the jasmine, honestly. It's got vanilla, 2 vanillas, amber, cedar, vetiver, osmanthus, but I just get this like, it's just like sophisticated iris with some vanilla undertones.
I think it's one that if you haven't gone down the Ormonde Jayne road, like you just kind of fall in love with the brand, and like that is one that you will be like, she's amazing. Like
so good. And I love layering it with Ormonde Woman. And it was so, do you remember?
Wow, this was like a no. This made me laugh.
I was like foot in mouth. I said that on that call with Linda. And she was like, well, that is quite naughty. And I was like, oh no, I got in trouble. She was like, we make our scents to be perfect on their own. And I'm like, and they are. Yeah, but they're really perfect together too. I just really love those layers.
She was like, we don't.
I was like, oh my, I'm going to go back in the corner and Abby, let me know when we're done. Because
I was like, ooh, that sounds like a really good.
I know. And then we were both like, whoops, never mind. We don't
like not a believer. Their scents are perfect on their own, which they are. But
they are. But I do love this layered, but hands down, the number one over and above best scent of 2024 for me. Like, no questions asked. So good.
I think this was actually, we were laughing kind of harder than I thought, because there was other ones. I don't know about you, but well, no, you just went through and narrowed it down.
I've always been the one my friends and family come to make a decision.
Yes.
I don't dilly-dally. You give me 2 choices, that's it. And what I say is my final. That's always been like my personality. So yeah, I was like, yep, I know which ones. I know my favorites.
I will have to try this Martello.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll have to look into that. I did look up the
Estee Lauder.
Yeah, it's like jasmine, sandalwood, and patchouli.
That sounds really good.
Yeah.
Is it in one of those newer bottles?
It's like a one of those really, I don't think it's newer. It's the glass. It's Radiant Mirage, right?
Yeah. Oh, and anybody who smells Pesh first. Pesh Mirage. Yeah, that one. Okay.
Yeah. It's real pretty.
It's real pretty.
And it just says jasmine, sandalwood, and patchouli.
And we always love to ask, because now that it's 2025, I'm like, what does everybody want to see? What's next?
What do y'all want next from us?
We did good. We did it. We only went a little bit over. Oh, I
haven't smelled Sycamore. Have you smelled
Sycamore? I love it. Yes, it's one of my.
You probably have it. What am I saying? Have you smelled something Chanel?
Sycamore is like, I think this might have been my first. It's a good.
Your first Chanel ever?
I kind of no Les Exclusives.
Oh, okay.
Because I love it, and I thought it was going to be masculine too, but it has a little touch of vanilla in here. It's green.
Okay. It sounds like it from the.
But okay, that makes me laugh, and then I'm laughing because I feel like I know your name, Texas Lioness, but it's not coming to me. You know how sometimes you know that.
Yeah.
But yes, I think this is like badass. It's very confident boosting.
Love it.
I do. I love it. Okay, this was fun.
It was fun, and we did good on time. I thought for sure we'd be talking for 2 hours.
I think we kept it brief, but I hope we gave enough information, and you guys are so much fun. We love this. So we're gonna, I think since we're into the year, we'll be able to do it next month. We try to do it monthly.
But we try to do it monthly. It ends up being sometimes every other month. So it'll be probably either like late February, early March, I would say, probably, if we're lucky and can get our stuff together. So let us know what you want to say or want to see, not say. And I feel like there's going to be some new 2025s coming at us like very quickly. So it's going to be, I think it's going to be a great year. We are kicking it off on a positive note. Yes, we are. Well, thank you so much. You all are awesome. And, happy smelling good. Happy smelling good. I love it. Happy smelling good. You guys are great. We'll talk to you later. Bye. Bye.